Hey guys, Adam here and welcome back. In spirit of May the 4th be with you in my recent phenomenal blood work, this is how I picture all the main gaining Coach Greg fanboys reacting.
No, it's not true. That's impossible.
That's okay, boys. There's still time for you to learn the ways. So I am deep into Highland Games prep now, even though the weather's been complete shit here. We had a cold and windy April. I have 6 weeks until the Masters World Championships. So that means I really only have 5 weeks left of training before the big show. My main focus right now is to just not embarrass myself. Had a couple of great practices though, and we started off with stone putting. We have 2 shot put style events in the Highland Games, and you can thank the Scots for modern day shot put because stone putting came first. This is the 17.6 pound stone, and when you are throwing it, you have a 7'6" advance, and you can use any shot put style that you want as long as you stay behind the toe board. We then went on to the weights for distance, and this is thrown discus style, one-handed, and unlike track, these implements are heavy. We have 2 weights for distance, a heavy and a light. This one here is the heavyweight, and it weighs 56 pounds or 4 stone. And unlike the stone, you now have a 9-foot approach, and most throwers use a hook grip like you just saw me do in that previous clip. You want to generate speed and keep your arm long and loose, and unless you're a giant, it is very tough with a normal grip. So your thumb takes a beating during season, and the idea with the heavyweight is to let the weight do most of the work for you, because unless, again, you're a giant, 6'6", 330, you're not going to drag the 56 9 feet. Now, when you reach the age of 40, you can choose to throw a 42-pound weight or a 3-stone weight, but I still flip-flop between both weights, but in Worlds, we will be throwing the 42. Another traditional and definitely a tall man's event is the weight over bar or the weight for height. Now, the men will either use a 56 or a 42 depending on age. And the object here is to throw the weight with one hand up over a high bar, and each time you clear a height, it is raised by 1 foot. Now, I'm training here with a 45 pound, and it's an event I do okay in, but you need to get that weight as far back between your legs as you can. Then sink and drive up. We ended off the practice with the Scottish hammer. Again, we have 2 hammers, a 22-pound heavy and a 16-pound light. The total length of the implement is 50 inches, and we either use PVC or a wood handle. And one thing that makes this event unique is that unlike wire hammer, you can't spin with the implement. So we wear bladed boots to keep us grounded because it takes a ton of speed and core strength to throw these things far. The boots allow you to lean back, which will help you generate speed. And we also use a sticky substance called tacky, and that there is just Elmer's canned spray adhesive. And here I'm booting in, so you see the blade going into the ground, and I drive my toe in the ground as far as I possibly can to keep me grounded. We threw both heavy and light hammers, and I have to say that I was very pleased. I had a couple of games last year. It was great to get back on the field again, but in 2020, I had no competitions and I did no throwing at all. But with this year's lifting under my belt, I think it's going to be a good year for hammers. And depending on what hammer we're throwing, we may use a 3/4 inch PVC for the heavy hammer and a more whippy 1/2 inch handle for the light hammer. And that really allows you to get some torque. And you'll see pictures where that hammer is wrapped right around the thrower with that 1/2 inch PVC handle. I had a great final attempt that I'll share with you here at the end of this video. And if you enjoyed this video, guys, please subscribe to this channel. Follow me on Instagram and stay tuned for episode 102 of The Ways. And you'll be seeing more throwing from now on.